Look at this. Look at this. Getting more official by the minute. Look at you. Hey, everybody. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for joining. Um, just so you're aware, you can send super chats on YouTube and on Facebook. That you can also do the stars thing. Now, on the program I'm using right now, I cannot see the stars. But after I get off live, I can actually go in, and last time I was thanking people for the stars. I really appreciate it. So if you have it for sure, then definitely would appreciate that. So thank you all for joining. Hello, you're famous. Thank you, Grace. I'm not famous. I maybe a little bit. It's weird. I get recognized sometimes, but it's funny because my subscribers took off at the same time that the mask started to be worn, and I'm like, let my face free. I want people to recognize me, but instead I'm like, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? It's stupid. I'm not famous though. It's great to have you guys. It's late. It's 9 o'clock here, my time. I'm not really doing a full teacher talk. I'm just coming on to chat with you guys for a little bit. I got a few things that I want to talk about, and I wanted to go ahead and try out my new graphics and stuff. Look at this. So this is a little much. I'm not going to do this one, but I just want you guys to see. So this is a little much, but look at this. This is very Nickelodeon, like Slime Time Live kind of. Look, coming up next on Slime Time Live, Keenan and Kel are going to be. Now it's kind of neat, but look at that. I don't know. I think it makes my face look even fatter. How is that? Welcome to the. Anyways, I'm done with that. I'm gonna change that one. You pay these people for stuff to do this thing, and then they do it, and you don't. I feel so bad. I'm terrible, by the way, about this stuff because I can't. I'll talk about that in a minute, Heidi. I'm terrible about this stuff because I hire, freelancers because I don't know anything about graphics, and they do it, and sometimes it's great. And I'm like, yay. And then I tried to get a t-shirt design today, and she sent me like 4 different designs, and they were all really bad. And it was just somebody that I've not really worked with before, just a random person on the internet. And, I think they're in another country, but they don't understand the feedback either. Cause I sent a feedback. I was like, I kind of like this one, but can you do this? And then they sent me the complete opposite of what I asked. And I was like, maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I didn't say what I meant to say. I don't know. Anyways, I just thought that was kind of weird that they didn't. Oh, there you go. April 2nd, next Teacher Zoom comedy show. Don't forget about that. Also, new merch and tour dates are coming soon. New merch sneak peek, by the way. You ready for this? New merch sneak peek. Now, this is going to be on. Oh, wait, I got a few things here. So, new merch sneak peek. Just a sneak peek for you guys because I like you all and you're up here late with me. I thought this was the coolest design. My design. I thought of it. I made it happen. It says, friends don't let friends reply all with a computer on fire. I absolutely love that. And this is a keychain. Golly. What's right is left. What's left is right. Here we go. And then I've got the holographic stickers. T-shirts on the way. Friends don't let friends reply all. Hate the reply all. Hate it. And I need to start an awareness campaign. So this is the awareness campaign. This is the new dare. Don't do drugs, kids. There it is. Don't reply all, kids. We need to let the next generation know. Don't do it. So anyways, I only have 10 of these keychains, so I'll be doing a giveaway for those. I'm just going to give them away for free. And then I got stickers. These are the holographic ones. I got the regular ones coming in too. And then I also have t-shirts. So if you want one, I'll have those up soon. But hopefully you guys and gals are able to do that. Yeah, so what I wanted to talk about, there's some stuff that I want to talk about. First off, I'm not teaching anymore. So I got new insurance. And this is so funny. So I get new insurance, and it's through Florida Blue. And they send me an email today. They're like, take our diabetes prevention check. Take the prevention check, and we'll give you a free Fitbit band. And I was like, sweet, a free Fitbit. I need a Fitbit. Let me get a Fitbit. And so I take the diabetes prevention check, and at the end it says, you have a low risk for diabetes. Have a great day. You don't get the Fitbit. And I was like, wait, I just did this full survey and I don't get the Fitbit. And then I was like, wait a minute, it says diabetes prevention check. Like, are they waiting till I have it to give me the damn Fitbit? Give me the Fitbit. Just give me the Fitbit, and I'll. Yeah, I was like, you said you'd give me a Fitbit, and then you give me a Fitbit. So now, if I get diabetes, it's on you, Blue, for giving me diabetes and not giving me the Fitbit. But then on to other stuff. Shout out to Zach for sending me Reese's Pieces on the day I do my diabetes prevention survey. Maybe I should have ate the bag first and then and then retaken it. Maybe I'll get the Fitbit then. What if I just upload a photo like this and they're like, it's on the way. We're gonna send it to you right now. It's on the way. But yeah, go ahead and if you want to send stars, if you're laughing, if you want to support, go for it. Super chat, whatever you want to do. I'm new to all this stuff, so if I miss something, just let me know. Now I want to let you guys know something else. Yes, I support trans rights. So I want to let you guys in on something else. I went to Publix today. If you're in the South, you know Publix. If you're in the North, then I don't know. Go to your whatever you have, Safeway or whatever piece of crap grocery store you have, and check for this, because I did not know this was a thing. I saw it on the end on a little kiosk thing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Cheesecake Factory bread. Cheesecake Factory bread. You can buy this at Publix. Heat and serve. I heated it. I served it. It tasted just like Cheesecake Factory bread. It's amazing. I don't have to go to Cheesecake Factory and spend all day reading through their 77-page menu. I can just go ahead and get the bread. You're up next, Olive Garden and Red Lobster and Outback and Carrabba's. Make this happen. This is amazing, and it's just little prepackaged little tiny rolls, and I put them in the microwave with a little bit of butter, and bam, Cheesecake Factory at home. Boy, I tell you what. Where's my Fitbit? Fuller Boo. Where's my Fitbit? I'm going downhill. This is anyway. So ridiculous. Yeah, it was $3.99 for that bread, but it was I don't know, it's like 12 rolls. So yeah, it's not bad. That's not bad. Now I also made a terrible purchase, folks. I made a terrible, horrible purchase. I'm one of those people that gets on and like sees the lightning deal, and I'm like, this will never come around again. I must buy it right now. Folks, I love TikTok. Now, Fitbit banned. Sorry about that. Jeez, Jen. Sorry. I love TikTok. I am also one of those. I'm a pimple popper watcher. I admit it. My name is Devin Siebold. I am a pimple popper watcher. I have a problem. I watch pimple popping videos. I watch pressure washing videos. I watch deep cleaning videos. I watch crime scene cleaning videos. And one thing that I really, really, really think is crazy and interesting is earwax removal videos. I know, right? You guys, but man, it's just so satisfying just watching these videos. And I did something. I bought a camera, a earwax removal camera that goes in your ear. It's just so you know, I'll show it to you. It will go inside your ear, and you can see it. It's this little thing, and it was like, I don't know, $25, but it's a camera. It's a little HD camera, and it pops up on your phone. And let me see if I can make it work. So you guys will think it's pretty cool. Because it's not just for that. Like I could see inside my nose and stuff. That's weird. But I'll tell you right now, I was never in my life so disappointed in my proper hygiene than when I got this thing out and I started putting it in my I put it in my ear, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, there's no wax. And I was so mad. I was literally so mad. I was like, why did I buy this? Like and you want to send it back, but who sends stuff like this back? You know, they get stuff like this back too. And I mean, what do you do with that? What do you do with it? So this is, you can see, hold on, let's see here. Wait, hold on. I want to make sure you guys can see. So this is it. My goodness. Go to my ear. Look. Oh, there's a little bit of wax, a lot of hair. Look at that, old man. But yeah, I'm not going to do the full thing because I will lose so many subscribers right now. But there's no wax in there. There's like little residue. I use Q-tips pretty much daily, but somebody on Amazon was like, no, I use Q-tips too, and it just pushes the wax down. And I was like, maybe there's a whole lot of wax in my ear, and maybe I should get it. And you know what? I'll tell you though, teachers, recommend these to your students, because there's some students out there that I know need a little bit of, pull it out there. I did try it on my son, who's 6, just to look in, and I was like, whoa. And the cool thing is he was really into it. So it might actually be a good thing. And let me tell you why, because I have tried Q-tips for my child. He wants nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with Q-tips. But I put this in his ear, and he was holding the phone looking at it and thought it was the coolest thing in the entire world. And he was like trying to like scoop out. I was trying. I had it. I didn't. He was like, lower and higher, and it works. It works. So it's there. It's a good thing. By the way, though, it's got like 17 different attachments, and I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, is there this many different ear styles to like pull stuff out? There's like a little mushroom cap one in there. Then there's like the hard one, and I don't know that's like the deep cleaning, but there's little removal things and a little charger. I love this little charger. By the way, I'm taking this to the airport, and I'm gonna plug it in, and they'll be like, what is that? I'll be like, you never know. You really never know when earwax might just pop in, and you're like, you got to do it. And I'll tell you, you don't want to sit next to me. I'm flying to Tempe next week for a show. You do not want to be the guy next to me that's getting his ears dug out by me. So, also, any plans for a 2021 graduation skit? Yeah, and I found an old sketch that I wrote and never did. So I think I'm going to do that one soon. Also, just so you know, I did another day at Disney World. I did Teacher Disney. I'll see if I got a video to show you and kind of share. But yeah, I did another day at Disney World, so that's coming. You're going to get another Disney sketch. I also, let me show you guys this, because I posted this on my personal Facebook page, but I know many of you aren't friends of mine on there. That's okay. So I went golfing the other day, and there was a hole with a dog who just so happened to hate me, and it is hysterical. So this is the video. Let me show you, and I'll turn it up here so you guys can see. That's me. That's me, and that is not where you want your ball when you're golfing, just so you're aware. You want it nowhere near wherever I am. Not a good shot. This is a dog that just decided to come out and say hello through my entire shot. So this is what it was. Well, hold on. I'm hitting play. It hates me. What the heck? Oh. He literally sat there and just barked at me the entire time, and it was miserable. Yeah, it was miserable. And by the way, if you are on YouTube and you have not seen my hole-in-one video, look it up. I hit a hole-in-one. I really did hit a golf hole-in-one about 2 years ago, and it's on YouTube. It's brilliant. It's really good. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Have I ever done any coaching as a teacher? Yes, I coached JV basketball. Varsity basketball. I was assistant coach. Let me tell you right now, this is the worst job in the entire world. Those coaches, as much as we love them, if you're a real good coach, you do not make any money. And it's not about the money. I get that, but those stipends are just a joke. Like in terms of hours spent, in terms of practices, setting up games, traveling to and from games. I mean, your hourly as a coach is like $1.50 an hour, just so you're aware. If you're ever wanting to coach, if you actually put work and effort into it. But yeah, I had a good time with that. I had a good time with that. But I'll tell you. So I will tell you a story. When I did coaching, there was a sponsor, and bless his heart, nicest guy in the entire world. Him and his wife. I don't know if he's still around. He was kind of elderly when this was like 15 years ago, 14 years ago. And I'll get to you in just a second, Rebecca. And so I did this coaching, and dead serious, this guy talked a lot, but like he had like a disorder or something. I don't even know if that's a disorder, but everybody kept telling me, they're like, this is what he does. He talks, and you have to walk away. And I was like, you have to walk away? I was like, that's so rude. I'm dead serious. I've never met anybody like that, but I did have to walk away. He would talk to you, but he would not stop talking. And it was just stuff, and it was just whatever you could, but you couldn't end the conversation. You'd be like, hey, okay, well, I got to head out. And he'd be like, that's fine. I was just thinking that, and he would just start talking again. And it was the weirdest thing. And I don't know if there's a medical thing for that. I'm not making fun of the guy. I just thought it was incredibly unusual. And everybody was like, you just have to walk away. And it felt like the rudest thing in the entire world. But everybody that knew him would just be like, I got to go by. And they would just walk away from him in mid-sentence. And I was just like, that's the rudest thing I've ever seen. And then I started talking to him, and I was like, oh, we get it. And ironically enough, he was sponsoring he was calling Carrabba's to get food for that particular basketball game we had. They were a sponsor, and they were going to give us food. And I worked at Carrabba's at the time. Teacher working at a restaurant while he was teaching. Crazy. And so I literally worked at Carrabba's at the time, and I go in, and my manager goes, Devin, never again. I said, what do you mean? He goes, we can't sponsor your team ever again. I said, why? He goes, I didn't get any work done. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, your sponsor called this morning at 10 o'clock. And I could not physically hang up the phone with him until 2. I said, you were on the phone with him for 4 hours? He's like, yeah, he just wouldn't stop. And I didn't want to just hang up on him and be rude. So I just had to cook while I was on the phone, and he just wouldn't stop. And I was like, wow. And it wasn't that he was lonely. He had a wife, but his wife actually, just so you know, because I'm not being rude, his wife said, you just have to walk away. It's just his thing. You just walk away. And she told us to walk away. So I had the co-signing from the wife. So I had never seen anything like that. 4 hours on the phone. I couldn't. But yeah, he talks, and I don't know. It was just a thing. I felt odd about it. I do have some comedy, by the way. I want to get into a little bit of comedy. Hello, Portugal. How are you? Oh, and I told Rebecca I'd get to her. I forget what she asked, though, about, do former principals watch your comedy? Are they supportive? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I've had a lot of them reach out. I had an old vice principal that still talks to me all the time. He loves my stuff, and I've gotten him tickets to a few shows. It's not like you scratch my back, I scratch yours. He's in a different school. I just help him out and get him some tickets to some shows. So, yeah, that's, and not my shows, like other people's shows, so. Yeah, he would reply all. Jen, he would be all of the reply alls. Listen, misconceptions, there's misconceptions about teachers, and I want to talk about them real quick, get into a little bit of comedy. One of the biggest misconceptions is that teachers get time off during this spring break. That we're out there enjoying our time, out there just enjoying us, and downtime during spring break. What? We don't do that. I mean, just yesterday alone, I was designing tests. I was calculating. I was measuring. You have to make sure there's zero room for error, really. I mean, you just really have to make sure the pH balance in the swimming pool is just right. I mean, there's just, you can't just jump right in. Like, you got to make sure the chlorine and the temperature are right before you jump in. It's just the measurement alone that I had to do. So much work. And for example, next week, I have to make plans. I have to make the plans for next week. Endless planning and preparation. When you truly think about it, it really never stops. I mean, you just can't take a week-long cruise without planning ahead your shore excursions. You just can't do it. You can't jump right into that. It takes planning. Teachers plan. Tomorrow, I'm even thinking about organizing. I'm thinking about organizing, moving stuff around, mapping out a plan of action. You got to get a plan of action down. I got to make sure that I'm well stocked with materials. I think that is the, personally, I don't know if I have enough time to make the frozen margaritas, but if I do, I want to make sure I have plenty of salt, plenty of lime, plenty of tequila, you got to make sure the materials are there. That's my coughing dog, by the way. Today, for example, I spent all day working on those papers, just working on the papers. I was tirelessly treading over just going over these papers and trying to get just right, no, I mean, I wasn't grading papers. It's spring break. No, rolling papers. I'm just kidding. I don't smoke. I don't smoke. No, I'm just kidding. I was grading. But yeah, it's, people say that teachers don't get, we get time off. We get a little bit, and it's good. It is good. I mean, let's be real. It's good. How did my resignation go down? Quick email. Hey, I'm out. That was how it went down. It did not go well after that, by the way, because the newspaper called me and wanted a quote, and I gave them a quote because I'm not contractually bound to anybody. So I gave them a quote, and then, the reply, the emails came through because they still had me on the email, and the emails were, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, blah, blah, blah. I knew what I was talking about. I knew exactly what I was talking about. It's just they tried to downplay everything. Everything's tried to downplay. So let's talk about the last thing. Why did I resign? Why am I no longer a teacher? I mean, there's a whole bunch of good questions out there. Excellent questions. So there's a whole host of reasons, but let me just detail some stuff that went down at our meeting yesterday. Or the day before yesterday. It's been a long time coming, actually. So the state of Florida gave money to the counties to raise the starting pay for teachers, mainly new teachers, to like $47,500. DeSantis hyped it up. Biggest pay raise in forever. This is going to change the game. Put Florida up in the stratosphere of teaching pay. Oh, yeah, okay. But anyways, counties got the money. Counties got COVID money. Counties got a lot of money that came in, and the particular county that I worked in decided that the COVID money needs to go into a rainy day fund. Rainy day. I'm sorry. I would love to see the rainy day. It's just I can't see it through the hail and the lightning that is coming through the window. Rainy day fund. And oh, nuts. Got you, toxicity. So anyways, this other money that was due for raises, they had to decide what to do with it. Now, a number of counties didn't go to the 47,500. They went to like 43, 44. And then they evenly divided it up amongst the veteran teachers to give the veteran teachers a little bit of love. No, not our county. We went through several magistrates and meetings and impasses, and finally, had two deals on the counter, and the county decided to go with a deal. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. The county decided to go with the deal that gave veteran teachers almost exactly the same pay, maybe like a $300 bump. So new teachers get the massive amount of money coming in, and they're making almost as much as teachers that were already in the district for like 14, 15 years. The veteran teachers get almost no love, and support staff gets no raise, which, by the way, support staff is like $8 an hour in the county. $8 an hour to work in the and they have the money to give the support staff a raise, but they don't want to give the support staff the raise. They have the money. It's there. I mean, just write the check. There you go. Raise. Hey. But they say, you know what? Let's hold on to that money. We might need it later. Or the people that are working in your school system, making it run, doing the work, might need it now. And it's always been continuously a squeezing of the balloon. They inflate one side and they squish the other side. And I was always on that other side. Veteran teachers are always on that other side. They give you a giant cupcake and they go here. And then once you get done licking the frosting as a brand new teacher and you go, that's delicious. Then you look at the cake part and it's infested with maggots. And you go, I can't eat this. Can I get some sort of better cake? And they go, no, we're spending all of our money on new icing for veteran or for brand new teachers. We want more icing. They keep giving us icing and the substance, the people that have been there the longest, that are the foundation, the cupcake, the foundation of the school system in its entirety, are not getting the love that they are needing. So now you've got veteran teachers that just aren't aren't getting supported. They're not getting the love. And man, it's really bad. And that's, but it's common. It's everywhere, and keeps happening. And I hate to say it, because my mom's a teacher. I love my mom. My mom, sent me some messages this morning talking about it. She's up in arms because she's teaching, and she's one of the veteran teachers that is getting almost no love from it. And she's like, you need to speak out. You need to say something. And I think I do, and I will, and I am. I think that I do need to say something. But the problem isn't, one or two people saying stuff. There are social media accounts that have way more followers than me that speak up all the time, and nothing happens, because it has to be a fundamental shift. We as a country have to value education, and right now we don't value education. We value privatizing education, because privatization of education comes with money and choices that people think they have, until there's no public schools, and then suddenly half the population doesn't have accommodations, because no private school is going to want to open in a low income area. And we're leaving behind the low income students. And it's true, we're absolutely leaving behind the low income students, the minority students. We're leaving behind these areas that are in such dire need. And yeah, man. And if you don't think that's right, take a trip down to South Florida. Drive through West Palm Beach and just go school to school. Check it out. Go see what it looks like. Then go to Polk County, Florida, and drive around school to school and see what it looks like. And tell me where you want your children going. And tell me why that exists. Why is there a discrepancy? These are kids. They were born into these areas. They've lived here because their parents live here, and we're punishing them with the lowest quality education imaginable and giving them the worst head start in life that we could ever, and we're just affording it again to generational wealth, creating and adding, and it's so frustrating. Glad Pants, my wife is in her county, was denied step increases. She's a 12-year teacher and 3 steps behind. Yeah, absolutely. It happens all the time. I mean, it really does. It happens all the time. And it's just frustrating. I'm sorry. If toxicity, if your dad did die, I apologize. That's not good. I do feel bad about it. But yeah, just drive around these high income areas. And we sit here and we go, oh, it's property taxes. Okay, well, what about the COVID money? Was that divvied out based upon property taxes? And if it's just property taxes, then why do we have Lotto? Why is the Lotto there? If you're going to tell me that the reason they have better this is because they live there, okay. But I'll tell you right now, the poorest areas in the state of Florida also forfeit the highest Lotto money. I guarantee, and I don't even know that that's a statistic, but I guarantee the poorest spaces in Florida pop down the most for lottery money. Guaranteed. So give them their lottery money back. Give them the lottery money back equally. Make the rich areas buy scratch-offs. If that's really your argument. I always hear that stuff, and it's ridiculous. There's so many arguments. So I sit here and I go, what can I do? What can I do? I mean, I can talk about it, but we're all angry. And the thing is, I sit here and I talk about it to you. And I never understood that. These people get on there, Trevor Noah and all these comedians and stuff like that, and they preach their point of view, but they're preaching it to people who share their point of view. I'm talking to teachers. We know it. How do we get the other people to know it? How do we get people outside of teaching to know it and to act on it, to vote differently, to side with us, to listen to us? I mean, union strong arming just seems to piss them off more. It just seems to get them mad. And that's the thing is now we have a nation that hates unions, because teachers unions are actually looking after the teachers that they represent and doing their job. And I just don't know. It seems like we took 4 steps forward and 12 steps back. It's frustrating. It is frustrating because I don't have an answer. I don't like presenting problems without answers, and I wish I had an answer. The answer is better elected leadership, but we don't have that at local levels that is strong enough and with the money and with the power, and it just keeps getting worse. We just keep throwing money away to needless speakers and programs, and I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Our county has lawyers. We have lawyers. What did they do? They hired third-party lawyers. They hired more lawyers. Why? You have lawyers. How much did that cost to hire outside lawyers to supersede your lawyers, because your lawyers would have disagreed with what you're coming up with, and yet your outside lawyers now agree with you. We hire all these medical people to come in and tell us all about COVID, and it's like, how much was their check? Are we paying them doctor time? Is this covered? What is this? Rebecca, I hope you're right. I really hope our first lady steps up, but I mean, it's now or never. It really is. It's now or never. It's just going to get worse. We're seeing, somebody sent me an article the other day from Arizona that Arizona teachers are being required to turn in their lesson plans ahead of time for the full year. Why? I mean, is it micromanaging? Is it trying to find flaws in the curriculum? Is it trying to design the curriculum? Is it Americanization? I mean, even in the state of Florida, Ron DeSantis today talking about, we need better civics teachers. What? No. This coming from a guy who doesn't understand the own government that he controls. We don't need better civics teachers. Civics teachers are doing a great job. We need more resources for the civics teachers, higher pay for them. We need more opportunities and better schools. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we need, a laundry list. So, and and honestly, I would run. I would literally run, but I don't know. What's the scariest part about running? I don't know that I would ever run. Dad, I apologize, buddy. If I can help you in any way, shape, or form, let me know. Just message me. I would run for office, but the scariest part about running for office is all I see is like people's entire backgrounds are judged. I mean, I've wrote jokes that I'm sure are off color when I first started doing comedy. Where they exist, I don't know. Probably in some cloud somewhere that some hacker's going to find and go, oh, look, he said this word and said that word. And by the way, I've never, ever been racist, sexist, anything like that. But, I've cussed a lot in my old comedy. I cussed when I first started. I had some jokes that were relevant at the time that would sound in poor taste now. I've been on the radio many times, and I've said some not really crazy stuff, but comedic stuff that was all for the sake of comedy. I don't want people evaluating my comedic decisions when I was just learning what comedy was. And that's the thing, is there's so much pressure on people nowadays. I don't know. It's a weird thing. There's so much that's taking out of context. So I would love to sit and run, but also I don't want my 6 and 4-year-old to sit at home and turn on the TV and see daddy's ex-girlfriend from 1997 saying that I snore and have smelly feet. That kind of stuff gets brought out. I don't know. It's crazy, but and then there's even made up stuff. I mean, the guy in our county that ran, they sent out a mail flyer saying that all this bad stuff about him. It was all fake. All not true, but you couldn't even link it to anybody. It was a PAC that sent it out, a PO box in the middle of Nevada that nobody knows who runs, and they just are dead ends, and that's it. It's so crazy. Oh, here I am drinking a Pepsi Max at nighttime. That's what I want. That's a good idea. Look at what this stress has done to me. I'm gonna I'm gonna get off of YouTube and Facebook and eat an entire bag of Reese's Pieces and Cheesecake Factory bread. What school is ever going to hire you after viewing your content? My content's not bad, and my content is what we all think. Here's the thing: I criticize. I don't criticize necessarily the schools. I criticize our teacher reactions to things. I criticize the way that things run. It's not a negative, I don't think, but who knows? Can I share something with you guys? I feel like I'm in the moment. Share something that's been bothering me. This is the last thing I'll talk about, and I didn't really want to talk about this now, but I'm going to do it now anyways. So I got an email fairly recently from the Kelly Clarkson show, asking me to be on the Kelly Clarkson show. And I thought, this is it. That's what you need. This is it. This is the beginning of it. This is the beginning of the turning point. And I felt so elated. Cried, really, honestly. But I cry at everything. I cry not only thinking I'm going to be on the Kelly Clarkson show, I cry listening to Kelly Clarkson. I cry watching Crossroads with Kelly Clarkson and Justin Guarini. I just cry at things. And so anyways, I thought that that was, you know, going to be like the coolest thing ever. It changed my life. And then the producer was like, yeah, I want to meet with you on this date. And like the date came, I was, you know, in my suit ready to go. I freshly, you know, trimmed and nice hair, had perfect lighting, everything on mute. I got to give, this is the beginning of you know, hopefully a wonderful career that I've been working so hard for. Post over 170 videos for years and years and years, hours and hours of stand-up comedy, traveling, you know, so much. And it was all coming to this. And then they canceled. Last second, they just canceled. They said, sorry, canceling. And they said something came up. And I was like, okay, well, you know, maybe we could talk next week. You know, maybe something good. No response. So, you know, then my heart starts to hurt. And I'm like, you know, maybe they don't want me. And this is the hard thing, is that I don't think a lot of talk shows, like I long to be on Ellen. I long to be on Kelly Clarkson. I long to be on Drew Barrymore. I long to be on any of them. But, you know, mainly Ellen and Kelly Clarkson, I've mentioned before. But they want teachers that sing songs with the kids. They want fantasy teachers that there's one in a million that has all this time in the world and all the money in the world, and they go out and they do these miraculous lessons and they change everything, and they want these you know, Disney princess teachers. And I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm just a comedian. But I do think that there's a difference between me and them. Those teachers that they normally have on are for the kids. They are the teachers that are really strongly advocating for the children. And I think that's a great story to tell. But also a great story to tell is the teacher that is helping the other teachers, that wants to provide some laughter and some reprieve and some stress relief to real teachers, that wants to open the eyes and go, hey, look, this is what we're actually going through, and we're all going through it together, and let's have a laugh and let's enjoy it and get through it, and you're not alone. I'm a you're not alone teacher. And the other teachers to me aren't bad teachers, they're great teachers, but they also kind of set the bar of not the you're not alone, it's a you're not doing enough. You know, I don't know about you all, but I would see these teachers on Ella to go, I could never do that. I don't have time to do that. I can never live up to that. How am I going to ever be that? I'll never be teacher of the year. But that's okay, because I'm here to tell you it's fine. You're not probably going to be teacher of the year, but you don't have to be. You just have to be a good teacher. Love what you do and do your best. Not the best. Do your best. And some days, you know, your best is a little more than others. Some days it is. But, you know, I would like to be on a show like that. But I also don't think I belong on a show like that. I don't know how they would ever spin it. Hey, look at how sarcastic you are about hating your job. I don't hate my job. I never hated my job. Why would I do it for 14 years if I absolutely hated it and loathed it? And especially since the last 3 years, I've made money elsewhere to where I don't even have to do it. So it was like, I don't know. It hurt, but then I was like, where am I gonna, you know, am I just gonna keep? And I want to keep doing the videos on YouTube. Want to keep doing on Facebook. Nothing's gonna stop that. But I would definitely like a little more exposure. I would like to be on something like that because I think I deserve it. It's been 8 years of making people laugh and trying really hard and hoping for a break. Now, the good news is that you all have been supportive. I every single comment on this page right now, I want to give you all a personal hug because you have supported it. And I could just be sitting here talking to myself, but through you all sharing what you've shared and through commenting and liking and giving stars and giving super chats or whatever, you've supported it. You've created something that I never thought, you know, that I only dreamed of. And